This is, I think this is the number 11th, maybe, lecture regarding to the diploma here from Al Ulum Institute. And last lesson I discussed with Ms. Salsabil, for example, you were absent, you and Ms. Buthaina, and we discussed the difference between future perfect and future perfect continuous. Okay, so this is, like most of the time we did this, but also we took another lesson. In the lesson that you were absent, we spoke about zero and first conditional, like will do something. And we spoke about them, and I'm gonna actually give you some exercises. But before that, I'm gonna repeat some information about the future or the first conditional, zero and first conditional. As you can see, before you actually ask me anything regarding to this, I'm gonna give you some information about zero conditional. What do we mean by zero conditional? Zero conditional is like a clause. Clause means a sentence, okay? And we are talking about if. If plus present simple. The first clause we are talking about when we use zero conditional, we are talking about things that are always true. Okay, so for example, if you heat water, look, if you heat water, what happens if you heat water, Ms. Jihan?
You heat water, you cannot use it.
Ms. Jihan بالعربي إذا أنت سخنت المي شو بصير؟ ألو سمعتيني؟
The voice lagging.
I know. Wait just a sec. سؤال, if you heat water means إذا سخنت المي شو راح يصير؟
Okay, if you heat water, it will boiling.
It boils.
Yes.
هون لاحظي قلت لك present simple. So as the first clause and the second clause is like present simple and present simple here. So an example of it, if you heat water, it boils. Also we can make the sentence in another way. You can say the water boils. The water boils if you heat it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So in this situation, you can change the if part. Sorry, here. Boils.
Sorry, teacher, I have a question.
Sure.
What the difference between hate and hate?
Hate يكره heat الحرارة.
Yes. يعني there is a difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it. Hate means to hate someone.
Yes.
Okay, and heat means like warm, something warm. Okay. Yes, exactly. Okay, this is the first, when we are talking about zero conditional, we are talking about true things, like 1 plus 1 equals 2. So, yes, exactly. So if we move to the first conditional, first, and be careful here because I need to explain this. We are talking about future possibilities. Future possibilities, something that is possible for the future. Something that is possibly to happen in the future. Ms. Salsabil, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
We are really good. Now, let me ask you a question, Ms. Salsabil. Can you give me an example of first conditional here?
Okay, just a sec. Just a sec, I need to think, okay?
Yeah, sure thing. I'm gonna help you here. If present simple plus, this is the first clause. The second clause, we use will or might or can.
Okay, if I miss the bus, I will
Mhm.
take the next one.
Exactly. So if I miss the bus, comma, I will take another one. Full stop. That's really good. So we are talking about future possibilities here. So is it clear, Ms. Jihan?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. We move now to, I'm repeating this actually, but it's really good to repeat things. Now, we are talking about zero conditional, okay? So here we have a set of sentences. I want you to look at it, okay? Ms. Jihan, remember, these sentences have two clauses, the F part, okay, and the second part. So technically we have two verbs, okay? Remember, two verbs. So, and you all the time, look, if in the first sentence, there is a comma in the middle. Can you see it?
Yes.
This is very important, Ms. Jihan. So I will read the examples for you. And look, I'm gonna highlight the tenses.
Okay.
If you want to be fit, you need to do some exercise every day. Okay, so the first verb is want, right?
Yes. Want.
And the second verb is need to. You need to. This is the second verb. If I ask you, Ms. Jihan, which tense is used here?
It's for future.
Where is will or might if there is for future?
It's present simple.
Present simple, right? Like
Yes.
zero conditional, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to be fit, you need to do some exercise every day. Okay, now, be careful, sometimes we use present continuous here. If you can see in the second example, can you see it?
Yes.
This is present continuous, so we can use present continuous. If people are wearing headphones in the street, they often don't notice other people. So here we have two tenses, right?
Well,
Ms. Salsabil, what is the first tense and what is the second tense?
Present continuous
Mhm.
and present simple.
Very good, very good. So this is the second use. Is it clear?
okay.
Now we move to number 3, sentence number 3. If you haven't been to New York, you haven't lived. So we have two tenses, right, Ms. Jihan?
Yes. If you haven't been.
Do we have one tense or two tenses?
No. I think there are two.
No, they are one.
If you haven't, I was writing.
Mhm.
Because when you talk, I translate it and write it what you say.
okay.
قاعدة أكتبها قاعدة.
Okay. Don't worry. So I will ask Mr. Sabil in this situation. Mr. Sabil, here, do we have two tenses or only one tense? One, which is?
Present simple.
Go ahead, we have verb 3, been and lived.
Present perfect.
Exactly, present perfect. So if you haven't been to New York, you haven't lived. So as you can see, number 1, the sentence number 1, present simple, right?
Okay.
Sentence number 2, present continuous, present simple, right? Sentence number 3, present perfect. So I will read this here and be careful and try to focus. To talk about something which is always true or always happens as a result of something else, like water, if you heat water, it boils, we use if plus present simple and the present simple in the other clause. Is it clear?
Okay.
If we are talking about true things. Can you give me another example, Ms. Salsabil? Like water, something similar to water, or like a scientific fact, using if. Think about it.
Okay. If you work hard, you will succeed.
You succeed, exactly. I want Ms. Jihan in this situation, take your time, Ms. Jihan, I'm gonna give you as much time as you need. Think about something that is always true, like 1 + 1 = 2.
If I read hard,
Mhm.
I will learn.
This is first conditional. Be careful. Don't use will.
What I will be? I know will.
Not I will be. I will help you here, Ms. Jihan. Look, don't use will. You use present simple and present simple. For example, if I eat food, if I eat is the verb, right?
Yes,
I live.
I live.
You understand? إن علاقة منطقية. باكل بعيش. باكل بموت. Exactly, for example. So there is no will here. We are not talking about will here. So the second rule is you can also use the present continuous or present perfect, like what we did. So is this clear?
Okay, inshallah, راجع, inshallah.
Okay. Now, first conditional, we are talking about now first conditional. We have sentences here, and be careful here. Also, we are talking about the future, okay? The future. So, if the photos are good, I will send them to you. This is first conditional. Present simple, will. Look at the second example. We have present continuous as future. If you're not going to Jason parties, I'm not going to go either. So we have present continuous and present continuous for future. Also here, if I haven't come back, we have present perfect, right?
Yes.
So if I haven't come back by 9, start dinner without me. Imperative. Al-amr. Start dinner without me. Here we have future perfect. Future perfect. I'll have finished that in an hour. I'll have finished in an hour if you don't disturb me. We have present simple. Now, we move now, as you can see here, to another thing. To talk about something that will probably happen in the future, we use if, present tense, and future tense, as you saw. So as you can see, we use present continuous, or present perfect, or will, or going to, or future perfect, or future continuous. And I will give you some examples here, okay? I want Mr. Sabir to read the examples.
Okay, I'll be ready as soon as I've had a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Send me a message when your train coming into the station.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to buy the new model until the price has gone down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to work overtime this weekend unless I get paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Take your umbrella in case it's raining when you leave work.
Exactly. Okay, now here in this, I'm gonna give you some examples or some tips. Time clauses: as soon as, when, until, unless, and in case. I will repeat them. As soon as, and I will translate them into Arabic. Do you want that? Miss
No, I
Jihan?
understand. No,
Okay.
I understand.
As soon as, what does it mean in Arabic?
أقرب إلى
حالما.
حالما.
حالما. Okay. When?
متى؟
عندما.
عندما.
لأنه when بمعنى متى إذا كان في سؤال. When do you sleep?
Okay.
But here, send me a message when your train's coming into the action.
متى تكون؟ Okay.
Until.
حتى.
Unless.
أقل.
No.
What is mean?
Look at the example. I'm gonna read it for you. I'm not going to work overtime this weekend unless I get paid.
أقلها إنه يدفع لي.
لا لحتى يدفع لي، يعني ما راح اشتغل لحتى يدفع لي. اوكي. Take your umbrella in case it's raining when you leave work.
في حالة
Very good, very good. So now it's clear, right?
Yes.
Now let's do some exercises. Ready? Now, okay. Circle the correct form. Okay? Circle the correct form. Don't worry. Look at the example here. Don't worry, Rob will have passed the exam if he studied enough. So we used here future perfect, right? We didn't use the present perfect. Do you understand here? But why? Can you tell me why?
Condition.
Because of conditional, right? We have to use will, right? If we have, as you can see here. Now, number one, Miss Salsabil.
Okay, if you're not feeling better tomorrow, you should go to the doctors.
Very good. Well done, Miss Salsabil. So we don't use want with after if. Very good. So if you're not feeling better tomorrow, you should go to the doctors. Take your time, Miss Jihan, and do number two.
If you are lucky, you will have hustled.
Okay. لحساعدك بالقراءة. I'm gonna help you. If we're lucky, comma, we will have sold, we have sold our house by Christmas. So, which one is correct? Will have sold or have sold?
Have sold.
But be careful. After if, we should use the future.
Yes, will have sold.
Okay. Don't forget this, Ms. Jihan. Now, number three, Ms. Salsabil.
I will pay for dinner if I have enough money.
Very good. So I'll pay for dinner if I have enough money. Well done. Number four, I will read it for Ms. Jihan. If we carry on playing like this, we will have scored 10 goals by halftime. Which one? Will have scored or have scored?
There is if, يعني will.
Very good. Excellent.
Well,
Okay. Number five, Ms. Salsabil.
Don't call Sophie now. If it's 8 o'clock, she will be batting the baby.
Very good. Very good. Present, future, continuous. Future, continuous. Very good. So number six, I'm gonna move to Ms. Jihan. Ms. Jihan, try to read it. It's not very difficult.
Yes, if you don't hurry up, you don't want to get to school on time. You want to get to school.
Very good. You won't get to school on time. Very good. Excellent. Now we move to number 7 with Miss Salsabil.
You can be fine if you aren't want to be wearing a seatbelt in your car. If you aren't wearing
very good
seatbelt in your car.
Perfect. So you can't be fined if you aren't wearing a seat belt in your car. Number 8. Also try to read it, Ms. Jihan.
If you go out with what?
Wet hair.
Okay. You will
catch.
You will catch
you will be catching a cold. Will catch.
You will be catching a cold.
Why you choose future continuous here?
Because if
I know, but we have both future, right? Yeah,
will
we
be
will
يعني
will catch.
will
Simply.
catch.
Yeah, that's it.
كسرة. Okay.
Yeah, because we cannot use catching in ing, Ms. Jihan. Can we? Catching, we cannot use it in ing form. So, number 9, I want Ms. Salsabil to do it.
My suitcase always gets lost if I have a connecting flight.
Very good, excellent. So my suitcase always gets lost if I have a connecting flight. Finally, I need from Ms. Jihan to do it.
I won't go to work on my Monday if my daughter is still ill.
Oh, very good. So I won't go to work on Monday if my daughter is still ill. Well done, well done.
Thank you.
So I have an exercise for you. I want you to write these words now on your notebook or in your notebook. Okay, I'm gonna give you time. These are time expressions. After, as soon as, 2 times, before, if, in case, 2 times, unless, 2 times, until, when. Take your time and finish writing them because we need to do the exercise.
أستاذ as soon as أقرب مو
No, حالما.
عالمي.
Okay, finished writing them?
Yes.
Okay, now we have 10 sentences. Try to do it right now using these words. Mhm.
Number 1, before.
Yeah, before.
Can you help me with reading?
Help you with which number?
With reading too?
Do you want to borrow my Satanav?
Okay. Borrow. Before?
Before. Do it. Try to do it. Try to.
Before you get left? Lost?
No.
Mm.
No. Think about it. Take your time. Take your time.
Borrow. أستاذ آخر كلمة شو هي سنتر
Which number? Which number?
اثنين رقم اثنين شو نمبر شو
Satanav.
هاي ما أعرف هالكلمة
AGPS.
يعني until
Which one?
Until, do you want to borrow
No,
my-
not until.
Mm,
Not until. Think.
before?
Yes.
Before.
No, 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 not before. Sorry. Not
Mm.
before.
Unless
Not unless.
when you get lost.
Skip it. Skip it. You know, when you don't know it, skip it. Move to the next one.
Do you want to borrow? Then I will be leaving work early tomorrow. Hmm. Before my boss.
No. Okay, finished?
ما مانع تعطي ما شاء الله ماشي.
No, no. It's
No
okay.
signal today. No signal.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Now, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this situation, you know, like I think Miss Salsabil will do all of them.
You can give her like.
I will give her
Hello.
number one. I will give her number one. Do it, Miss Jihan.
I am going to bike my
Suitcase.
suitcase.
Mhm.
I will go to bed. After I will go to bed.
No, before I go to bed.
Before I. ماشي.
You know, واحد بيحزم حقيبته قبل ما يروح على النوم.
ماشي ولو ده أفهم الكلمات كاملة.
Okay, you can ask me.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. Don't number two, Miss Salsabil.
Do you want to borrow my Santa Fe if you get lost?
If
In
you
case,
get
in
lost,
case.
or in case, it's better in case
Yes,
actually.
better.
In case you get lost. في حال ضعت. Okay. Now number three. Okay. So number three, I'll be leaving work early tomorrow. My boss has a crisis. What is the here the answer?
In case.
No. In case we did in case.
You say two times.
Yeah. But by the way, you can do it actually. You can. يعني فيك تحطيها بتصير in case. So in case it can be done for number three. For number four, I'm gonna ask Miss
Number three, it's unless.
No,
Isn't
not
it?
unless. No, it's not unless. Do you know why? Do you know why? I will tell you why. Unless there must be a negative before it.
I don't know.
Okay, like look. Don't do it unless you are sure.
Okay.
I'm just explaining this, Mr. Sabil. I'm just explaining. I'm not doing anything. It's okay. It's not unless. Go ahead. Okay. Number four. I'm meeting an old friend. I am in London next week. What is the answer for number four?
In case.
Forget about in case.
لا إله إلا الله.
Forget
As soon as.
Not as soon as. We can't use as soon as here. We can use it, but there is a better one. It's when.
When I am in London.
Next week. So I am meeting an old friend when I'm in London next week. Okay. Number five. What is it? Don't worry. I'll call you. I opened the letter with my exam results. What do you think is the answer for number five?
As soon as I
Yes,
open the letter.
As soon as, exactly. So don't worry. I'll call you as soon as I open the letter with my exam results. Number seven. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Jihan.
In case.
Very good. In case I'm late tomorrow, start the meeting without me. In case I'm late tomorrow, start the meeting without me. Number seven. Lily will have packed some sandwiches. We get hungry.
Before,
No,
until,
no,
when.
no.
عزورة يا عزورة. In
Miss
case.
Salsabil, what do you think?
Okay. In case we get hungry.
No, in case we did it, actually. We did it twice for number 6 and number 2. Right?
Unless,
If
نسيناها طبعا الإف.
if we get hungry. Do you understand? Because we have future perfect, right? Future perfect here. So Lily will have packed some sandwiches if we get hungry. There's a condition here. Okay. Number 8, the children will be playing in the park. It gets dark. What do you think?
Until.
They're very good. Until. Good job, Ms. Yassine. Now, the children will be playing in the park until it gets dark. Now, number 9. It's easy, Ms. Jihan. We've had lunch. We could go for a walk. Yeah. After, yes. After. بعد ما نخلص الغداء بنروح نتمشى. ممكن نتمشى. So, after we've had lunch, we could go for a walk. Okay. Finally, Ms. Salsabil, do number 10.
Don't call the emergency number unless it's a real emergency.
Very good. Can you see the negative here? That's what I was talking about. Okay. So thank you very much.
اليوم الدرس صاير puzzle علي.
No, it's not a puzzle. It's okay. So you can ask me anytime, Ms. Jihan, and Ms. Salsabil is so flexible, by the way. Okay. Okay. Now, do you have any questions here for 0 and first conditional? Any questions?
No.
Okay. Is everything clear, Ms. Salsabil?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go back to here to another lesson. We will continue with what we have been doing. Do you remember? Okay. Okay. Yes. We stopped here, as you can see, with the conditionals and future time clauses. Now we have another exercise. Okay. Ms. Jihan, are you ready?
أستاذ بس سؤال. أنتوا كم درس حضرتوا؟
I think one class, I guess, only one class. You were absent for one class.
No, not absent. أستاذ حمزة حضرني عن الدرس.
Again, come again.
أستاذ حمزة حضرني عن الدرس.
بس درس واحد مس. أنا بتذكر.
يعني هو سوى لي حجب عن الموقع فما حضرت فما عرفت الدرس.
Yeah, no problem. هو درس واحد هو كان عن أنا conditionals ورجعت عدته كرمالي.
بس ما فهمت مو مشكلة. أنت حتى تسجيل ما مسجله مو مشكلة.
لا تسجيل سجلت أنسي.
بس ما شفت التسجيل على الواتساب أستاذ.
لأنه كنت طالعة أنسي.
مو طالعة والله أستاذ هو اللي
هو بعرف بس يعني لأنك أنت كنت طالعة هيك قصدي لأنه أنت كنت محظورة. فهمتي كيف؟ ما شفت ال شو اسمه هاد الفيديو. بشكل عام انا برجع بعد لك مس جيهان، ما انا مشكله.
لا
شيء ما فهمتيه برجع بعيد، ما انا مشكله. اوكي
هو الفيوتشر انت قلت حتى احاول ادرس على حالي.
Okay, yeah, sure. Miss, look, I'm just trying to be fair, okay, with everyone here. If we want, really, you can, okay, forget it. Okay, so let's move to this. Conditionals and future time clauses. Here we have another exercise, actually, and here we have matching exercise, matching, okay? So try to think, okay? Try to think about which sentence must match the other sentence. So we have if here, when, as soon as. I'm gonna read them. If my dad finds out I've been hitchhiking, when you're crossing the road in the UK, as soon as I've passed my driving test, if it's still raining this afternoon, when I've booked the flights, if you don't ask her to pay you back, if I'm not feeling better tomorrow, and if you carry on with the diet. you have to match them with you'll have lost 10 kilos by Christmas. He'll be furious. I'm going to buy a car. Make sure you look right and then left. She'll have forgotten she borrowed it. We can start looking for hotels. We're calling off the match. I won't be going to work. Okay, now take your time. You have at least maybe 5 minutes to finish this exercise. Have you finished?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Now, I'm gonna hear if my dad finds out I've been hitchhiking with Jihan. Number one, if my dad finds out I've been hitchhiking.
I'm so slowly today. I cannot fix it, and I will.
Oh no, no problem, no problem.
I will leave.
No, it's okay, Ms. Jihan. It's okay. Just try your best. You know, like when I tell you to do something, try your best. Like for example, like look, if my dad, يعني dad عندنا شخص صح؟ بتدوري على الضمير، ما هيك؟
Okay, but I cannot read it quickly like you and like Sabil.
I know, really, I know. And I know that you can't read it quickly, but you can read the first word, right? يعني مثلا على سبيل المثال فيك تقري يو صح؟ فيك تقري هي، make, she, we, I. اوكي؟ فيكي ولا لا؟ بس أول كلمة أنا بطلب منك. اوكي، so
يعني you, me, me.
تماما صح. طيب إذا عندنا if my dad مذكر، تمام؟ شو الضمير اللي بينوب عن الداد؟
he.
تمام معناتها بي.
He will be
furious.
furious.
yes, yeah, exactly. furious يعني غاضب. غاضب. اوكي يعني احيانا حتى لو ما كان انه ما موضوع هو موضوع انه مثلا انه على سبيل المثال ما ضروري انك تقري بسرعه، هي تقنيه، انا معلمك تقنيه. يعني مثلا
لانه انا لازم اترجم عشان ارد صحيح، مرات بصير عندي
هي انا علمتك هالتقنيه هي مشان
شكرا.
على وسام. عفوا. Number 2, Miss Cecily.
When you're crossing the road in the UK, make sure you look right and left.
Very good. Okay, make sure you look right and then left. I'm gonna do number 3 for me and Ms. Jihan. I'm gonna read. As soon as I've passed my driving test. Okay, إذا أنا اجتزت امتحان السواقة. Okay, شو رح أعمل؟ طيب بتطلعي أنت هون بالكلمات، يعني شو أكثر كلمة ممكن تكون مناسبة للسيارة؟ إنه أنا مثلا اجتزت امتحان السيارة، كار، ما كلمة كار؟ صح ولا لا؟
Going to buy car.
Exactly. See? Exactly. See. Number 4, Miss Sabi.
If it's still raining this afternoon, we're calling off the match.
Exactly. If it's still raining, we are calling off the match. Miss جيهان لحلمك التقنية. ساكن متذكرة كلمة وحدة بتكفيكي. flights، ما هي ايش معنات flights؟ flights يعني طيران. اوكي شو له علاقة بالطيران؟ تمام؟ يعني أنا إذا إذا نحن حجزنا طيران، إيه نحن بقى بتدوري على كلمة ممكن تكون مناسبة إلها، هي الهوتيل. صح؟ صح ولا لا؟
We can start looking for hotel.
Exactly. إذا استخدمتي هالتقنية مس جيهان، حتى لو كنتي
simple to read.
simple ما بتضطري تقري الجملة كلها.
أوكي.
على فكره هالتقنيه استخدمتها لحتى اقرا كتاب 250 صفحه بظرف تقريبا الساعه، اقل من الساعه.
هذا يفيد بالامتحانات.
كثير بيفيد. انا تعلمت هالطريقه للصراحه بكره، اني الصفحه وحده بقراها باقل من دقيقه. يعني بس شو كيف بعمل سكيب بحاول اشوف شو اللي بقرا كل شيء، بشوف انا شو المين ايديا. Okay, now I move to number 6 with Miss Salsabil.
If you don't ask her to pay you back, she will have forgotten she borrowed it.
Exactly. So if you don't ask her to pay you back, she'll have forgotten she borrowed it. Okay, now use this technique, Miss Jihan. Use it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for you. Do it by yourself.
يعني want to be going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. See?
Date work.
Yeah. So 7, it's with H. So if I'm not feeling better tomorrow, I won't be going to work. Do you understand? Finally, number 8 with Miss Salsabil.
If you carry on with the diet, you will have lost 10 kilos by Christmas.
Very good. Another thing for Miss Jihan. Miss Jihan, دربي حالك هالتقنية. هاي التقنية علمتك إياها شوي. دربي حالك فيها. إنه أنت ما ضروري تقري كل شيء. يعني أنت حاولي وقت عم تحلي جمل أو شغلات، أنت ربحي على كلمات مناسبة إلها أو كلمات دلالة مثل ما عملنا هلا. Okay. Now very good. Let's move to here with some reading, because we have finished exercises. So I will ask Miss Salsabil to read. Go ahead and start reading.
Okay. John is 25 and addicted to speed, not the drug, but a mixture that is just as powerful. An intoxicating combination of high-powered engines, testosterone and youth. It's not the speed exactly. He says, it's the adrenaline. It's the buzz you get when you go fast.
Very good, excellent. I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is good for the test. So, from the context, Ms. Salsabil, what does intoxicating mean?
I know the word, but
okay, can you give me an example? So if you know the word, can you give me an example, like you wanna explain this?
Okay, like when you talk about a character, you say her performance was intoxicating, like it dragged your attention or something.
Very good. Do you think, I'm gonna ask you a question. People drink alcohol, right? When people drink alcohol, do they feel intoxicated?
Oh, like high?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that is the definition of the word. But even if you don't drink alcohol, maybe after watching a movie and that movie was splendid and magnificent and so beautiful, you feel intoxicated, even if you don't drink alcohol. Do you understand? So you feel like high, or like high adrenaline, like the buzz, like a buzz. Okay, very good job and good reading.
أستاذ أنا فهمتها إنه الجو مو نقي.
لا، intoxicating يعني كيف بدي اقول لك؟
هلا نحن حسيت
No, intoxicating مثل بحس بالنشوة. Do you understand? Like happiness. Do you understand? Like you feel high. Yeah. هلا مثلا إذا على سبيل المثال إذا أنت راكب سيارة فيراري تمام و160 كيلومتر بالساعة، بتحسي حالك إنك طايرة، بس فهمتي كيف؟ بتحسي حالك بالفرح بتحسي هالشعور intoxicating. Okay. Now we will move now to the second paragraph with Miss Salsabil. Go ahead.
But if you regularly drive at 100 miles per hour on a public road, sooner or later you're going to get caught. And today John is one of a dozen speeders attending a new program designed to cure them of their need for speed. It's similar to at the beginning of the course, the participants are asked to introduce themselves and admit that they have a problem. Hey, my name is John and I am a speedaholic.
Speedaholic like alcoholic. يعني مدمن speed. Now addicted means if you are addicted to something, you know, you do it abnormally, not in a normal way, right? For example, I am addicted to cigarettes. Oh my God. And it's a bad addiction, right? So do you have any form, I want to ask you, Ms. Salsabil, this question, and also Ms. Jihan. Ms. Salsabil, do you have any form of addiction? Like you do things more than regularly?
No?
You don't. What about you, Ms. Jihan?
Yes, I have.
What is it?
Clean bathroom too much.
Ah, that's really good. It's a healthy, actually. It's sanitary. Very good. And now let's move also to me. I'm going to read, okay? So please be careful. This is for Ms. Jihan as well, to be able to listen very well. Because we have some words. The Speedaholics course is for serious and habitual offenders. Habitual offenders. Offenders, people who break the law. Okay, Ms. Jihan?
Okay.
People who break the law. And is offered as an alternative to getting points on your license. It is based on research into the attitudes of young drivers and bikers, says Chris Burgers, a psychology lecturer at Exeter University who created the program. There are courses for both car drivers and motorcyclists. There is an element of addiction in this sort of behavior, says Burgess. It's sensation seeking, you know, sensation, feeling. You are searching for feelings, right? It's taking risks, looking for that buzz, but ignoring, forgetting, تجاهل, the potentially fatal consequences. شو ترجمتها هي؟ ترجمتها صعبة شوي.
حقائق الكونسيكونس المصادفات او الحقائق.
نتائج fatal هي خطيرة. potentially محتملة. فصارت النتائج الخطيرة المحتملة أو الشيء اللي بده يصير.
احتمالات الحقائق الخطيرة.
الكارثية exactly. They all have that feeling. Okay, now I'm gonna move here to the next one. I'm gonna continue reading. Today's course, which is for motorcyclists, is led by Inspector Robin Derkris, a police officer who is a senior investigator of road deaths and a keen biker himself. After introducing themselves, they range in age from 18 to mid-40s, and most were caught doing at least 20 miles per hour, 39 kilometers per hour over the speed limit. Derkris gets straight to the point. This is get straight to the point before جوا الموضوع مباشرة. Get straight to the point. Motorcyclists make up just 1% of all the vehicles on the road, by 33% of all deaths and serious injuries happen to motorcyclists unless something changes. If we meet up here in a year's time, one of you will be dead. Okay, now I will move reading because also we have a very important words. Says Derkis, we want to give them a sense of their own vulnerability. الضعف. حسبي الضعف بضعفهم. Vulnerability means you are weak. Their human limitations, and to help them make a realistic assessment of the risks involved. It's not about stopping people from enjoying riding. It's about preventing death. Preventing means to stop. Towards the end of the day, he asks, the problem is that people get on their bikes and suddenly think they're Valentino Rossi, says John. Valentino Rossi is a famous motorcyclist. Now, let's move. For this, I'm gonna let Ms. Salsabil read. For the final.
For reading behind me.
No, do you want to read? Do you want to read? No, read this one. I want you to.
No. I say thank you because you helped me.
No, it's okay. But I want you to read this for the final part. Do you want me to read it for you first?
No, studying. standing in the
Standing.
standing in the car by brake
Mhm.
at the end of the cross
Course. Mhm.
brakes.
The bikers.
But the bikers seem to have
Taken
taken very
everything
much everything they have heard very
seriously.
yeah,
Seriously. Mhm.
seriously.
Mhm.
The,
Mhm.
join
Admits. Mhm.
admit it
Certainly
certainly
made.
made me more aware.
Mhm.
I know
Sometimes.
I sometimes behave
Mhm.
behave
Mhm.
like
An idiot.
an idiot, but that's not to
Say.
say. I want to
Forget.
forget all about it in the few weeks time. Few weeks time.
Oh, where is it? But that's not to say I won't
Time.
forget all about it in a few weeks.
Yes, I say it.
A time. Burgess knows
But
this.
it is
To
It-
remind.
to remind them if that part of the
Course.
course that
Explained.
explains what can help happen to the
Brain.
brain in the
In a collision.
ايش هي هاي معناها
Crash. اصطدام.
collision.
Mhm.
The
Idea.
idea is that we will see
They will see.
they will see key
Mhm.
key rhyming
Mhm.
key rhyming with
Riding here. When they are, see the key ring when they are
Ring.
riding.
when they are riding, and it will make them think twice what is
Says Burgess.
said to
Burgess.
Fergus.
Very good. Okay, now that's it for today. Today we took reading test, reading activity, and also with zero and first conditional with time expressions. Now, if you want here, that's it for today. And I want you to do here this exercise for tomorrow. I want you to read the article again and try to fill the gaps with A, B, C, D, or E. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Try to fill them here. Okay? So, inshallah. So, do you have any? Yes, go ahead, Mr. Simeon.
What page?
Page 40.
All right.
Page 40. So, do you have any questions?
شكرا.
You're most welcome. And thank you very much for attendance, and also for Miss Buthaina. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night.